Hi, I'm Mike Reichenbach. I'm a University of Minnesota Extension educator.
And I'm Molly Thompson. I'm the Executive Director of Sugarloaf, the North Shore Stewardship Association.
Molly and I are working on a project along the north shore of Lake Superior to restore conifers to the forest. Much of this landscape evolved to paper birch during the 20th century. It seems fair to say that this beautiful forest has been a signature part of the North Shore experience. Due to age, drought, and ice storm, this paper birch is dying. Planting and protecting conifers will increase forest diversity and contribute to a healthy forest landscape in the future.
Today we're going to introduce you to and help you identify 7 conifer species common along the North Shore. Mike, what kind of conifers can we find growing along the North Shore?
Molly, we can find pine, spruce, fir, northern white cedar, and tamarack.
How might these be identified?
Tree identification involves the memorization of characteristics. For the North Shore of Lake Superior, some of the characteristics we want to pay attention to will be tree form, leaf arrangement, and the cones on the conifer trees.
Can you cover some of the basics of the 5 groups that you have identified?
Sure, why don't we take a closer look? Along the shore of Lake Superior, you'll find 2 long-needled pines. The one is the red pine, and the other is the white pine. And to tell the difference between these two, you can use cones, the red pine cone being about 2 inches long and 1 3/4 in diameter, and the white pine cone being about 4 to 5 inches long with quite a bit of pitch on the outer cone scales. The red pine needles are 2 per fascicle. The white pine needle are 5. Molly, let's look at some of the single-needled conifers. I want to start off with the balsam fir. The needles on balsam fir are soft, relatively flat in profile, and when crushed have a fragrant aroma. The needles on a balsam fir are flattened on the twig, whereas the needles on the spruce go all the way around the twig. The black spruce has sharp needles, and one of the definitive characteristics would be these small cones. And white spruce, which has a little bit lighter colored needle, also have needles that go around the full cross section of the twig. To tell the difference between black and white spruce, you can look at the size of the cones. The black spruce cone is round, roughly as long as it is in diameter, while the white spruce cone is about 2 to 3 times as long as it is in diameter.
What about tamarack?
Sure. This is a tamarack. One of the unusual things about this species is that needles on this will be borne singly on this year's growth, which ends here, and on last year's growth. The needles are borne in clusters, giving this plant more of a disorderly appearance. The other unusual thing about this conifer is this conifer loses its needles in the winter. Finally, Molly, let's look at northern white cedar. One of the most interesting plants along the North Shore is the northern white cedar. And northern white cedar has a needle arrangement or a leaf arrangement where the needles are in flat sprays. And you can see the spray. This is actually several hundred needles. The cones on the northern white cedar are small and have 4 cone scales.
Mike, can you summarize what we've learned?
Yes. On the north shore of Lake Superior, there are 5 groups of conifers. There's the pines, the spruces, the firs, northern white cedar, and tamarack. and we discussed how to identify between these trees by looking at the form of the tree, the leaf arrangement, or the cones.
Oh, I see you've brought a book.
Yes, the book is Minnesota Trees. It contains several tree keys, one for conifers, one for deciduous trees, and one for trees in winter. It's sold through the University of Minnesota Extension.
We hope that this introduction to North Shore conifers has been helpful. Thanks for watching.